Ocean Gardens. Speak with a Violet Gentry. Somebody left to 1073 to her apartment.
Stanmore.
We're about out that way.
6 Anderson E6.
Go 6.
Kensler at 112 Inman Drive. 112 Inman Drive. Rayetta McKee, she wants to speak with you. It's in reference to her dog. It's down on her porch. She said it was a husky and it won't let her go outside. She said it just chased a lady down the street a few minutes ago.
10-4.
Hey Bob, you know we got the proposed federal crime bill coming out that would put more officers on the streets. How would it make you feel more at ease to have knowing you had more officers out there to back you up on the streets?
Oh, by all means. It's my understanding that the proposal specifies, what, 50,000 additional, that's throughout the nation. But you know, you're talking about a lot of jurisdictions in this country, from the largest city, which would be, of course, New York, on down to smaller areas that only have 1 and 2 police officers. Therefore, I just wondered how much effect some of the smaller areas would see that only have a 2 or 3 man staff. Yeah, most certainly it would make all of us feel better that patrol the streets to have additional manpower or police power.
Has the violence gotten worse in the last 5 years?
Oh yes, much worse in the last 5 years. Just this past weekend, we experienced one of the more violent weekends that I've seen in a long time, and I've been a patrol officer for 24 years. But we had one of the more violent weekends. And as a matter of fact, I in fact called for reserve officers to respond. This was Sunday night, and of all nights that you would expect, you know, to be a pretty much quiet night, there's no such thing anymore. I was telling some of the officers that now Sunday afternoon, Sunday evenings can be some of the most violent times that we experience out here, and I think most officers would agree with that. But I did call for additional help through the reserve program, and they came in, 5 or 6 of them, that really took some burden off of the guys that were out here working a murder and a burglary, strong-armed robbery, all at the same time. And you can get tied up real quickly out here with 8 or 10 police officers. It don't take long for those 8 or 10 officers to be tied up immediately, and then you don't have anybody. So sure, it would be a lot of help to us.
Not only the violence gotten worse, the criminals gotten more firepower over the past few years.
They've got a lot of firepower. They're also much smarter than years back. We're not dealing with now what we just call the uneducated criminal who might go in and bust into a restaurant or another place of business at night and steal their things. We got people out here now who are very intelligent. And you're absolutely right about the firepower. Going back to that, man, we've seen it in the past 10 years that we're being outgunned. It's true that our department have gone to better sidearm weapons than we had in the past. Chief Burris and Steve Barnes, Steve, of course, is lieutenant firearms instructor, the head firearms instructor. They decided on the .40 caliber. A semi-automatic, and it makes us feel a lot better to have a little more abundant firepower with us now, because we're facing a lot of firepower out here.
The drug problem. Most of the crimes now seem to be somewhat drug related.
I think so. I think that a big majority of our crimes now can be related back to drug activities. I certainly do. I see this more and more. There goes some unmarked units there. Like might be sheriff's department.
Harvey Black.
Yeah. We're going into an area here that we get a lot of calls, and sometimes these calls get very violent. A lot of gunfire reported in areas like this. What we're going to do now is to assist another patrol unit. I think it's a burglary call that is on out here that's already happened, but we're going to be in the area when he responds out here in the event he needs backup. You know, that's another thing too, that You don't take any call now, per se. You've got to expect the unexpected on any of these calls. This officer's coming out here right now on what is a burglary that's supposed to have already took place. But goodness knows what this officer might run into out here as a result of his coming out here, just being here.
10-4.
That unit coming to Anderson Garbage coming to 129.
10-4, 129K.
29K, I'll be out with him out here.
10-4.
Going around, get these apartments empty. This is about the third one in the last 2 days been here.
Out here?
Yeah, I just got one this morning. Girl's been gone for a week. Somebody went in and her VCR cable. Had another one down here. Lady's been out. This is occupied. This case?
Yeah. Can you get it? Looks like they keep it there. That wood.
You don't get it?
A door was wide open.
Yeah, really too.
My TVs were gone.
I never had to spell it.
My
Entry.
Yeah.
clock right there
How old is she? Okay.
Joey, how old are you?
was 20.
20.
Okay.
How do they get in, do you know?
I guess that the door you
I
can
see it now. Yeah, I see what they do. Yeah, I see what they do.
Yeah, yeah. But they haven't been doing any damage to the others. There's been no damage to the others at all.
Art, you got a TV set missing, correct?
I got two.
Got 2 missing.
Yeah. A clock right there. And that's it.
Do you have the brand or serial numbers, anything available on the TV sets? Where did you get them?
They were given to me.
Or was given to you?
One, my dad.
Okay, describe them to him so he can know what to put down, okay? Well, sir. Not too awfully long ago was tracking one in the broad daylight, just before dark, in Kudzu, and fell. He stepped on a big tree down there. He didn't see what was underneath it and fell. I don't know how many feet down and injured his back. Chasing some.
Down here to fix your door for you, okay? They got to put in a new door jamb there. All right, thank you, ma'am.
How many blankets y'all have?
Well, she had been staying down there in Ireland before the baby was, you know.
How long have you been away from the apartment?
About 3 months.
About a day. Oh, about a month.
Yeah, but that ain't nothing ever happened. And she come up here to her sister's house, and then that's when
It's her responsibility to fix a lot. And one lady, they jimmed it up and didn't do any damage, just jimmed it.
That's not much anyway. To be quite frank with you, that's only a spring latch on that thing. You know, that's not even a deadbolt. Not even a deadbolt.
What could I do to prevent it from happening again?
Get
Right.
Them locks ain't no good on them.
Them locks ain't no good, are they?
No.
Just keep an honest man out, don't you?
Left my lock key laid,
Uh-huh.
and I first come down here and I said, hey, I said, I'm going to have to call and unlock that. You know what? They took a
10-8-48.
picture.
Thing of it is, you're an honest man.
That's a lot. What's up? Hey. How you doing? You're my American. You want how much?
Yeah.
This lady right here, 129K.
Yeah.
Need to get somebody over here. Somebody's broken their apartment. And they knocked okay.
We give.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the office and make sure they know it too. They know about your door, ma'am.
All right. Destroyed the apartment by breaking water lines. Water damage set in up there. You look at the youth, you notice the youth. how many young people seem to be loitering. They're not working. They're not occupying themselves except into the little groups that they get into. Hey, Doc. Hey there.
All the kids are.
They're too young to hate, man.
Yeah, they're too young to
They're too
hate.
young to hate.
And they're all victims.
Haven't been taught yet. And most of the little kids that size, like right there, they see police and they friendly with you, you know.
6-7.
Go ahead.
Be 10A.
10-4.
That Rolls Royce.
That was Rolls
Anderson's
Royce.
A1.
In Anderson?
Yeah, I know who owns that car too. The gentleman that